everyone, I am Dienta Annisa and today I'm presenting a research article titled An Analysis Speech Act in Ernest Hemingway's The Killers, published in the International Journal of English and Applied Linguistics. This article highlights the importance of language as a means of communication and emphasizes the significance of studying the relationship between language and context. It discusses how analyzing speech acts help us understand the intent meaning behind utterance. Previous studies on Hemingway's work have focused on the form and meaning of speech acts, especially location, illocation, and perlocution. However, this study aims to go further by classifying speech acts in the killers into 5 general functions and categorizing them by sentence structure. The research used a descriptive qualitative method. The data consists of a dialogue fragment from Hemingway's short story, The Killers. The researcher extracted relevant conversation, then categorized them by speaker, hearer, topic, and setting. They identified the type of speech act used, explored their possibility meaning, classified them into 5 general functions: assertive, commissive, directive, expressive, and declarative, and further categorized them by sentence structure, like declarative, integrative, imperative, or acclamative.
The study is based on Austin's 1962 theory, which defines speech acts into 3 types. The first one is locutionary acts, is the literal meaning of utterance. The second one is illocutionary acts, is the intent function of words such as informing or ordering. The third one is perlocutionary acts, is the effect the utterance has on the listener. And then Shirley 1969 further classified illocutionary act into 5 functions. The first one is assertive, which is stating and claiming. And the second one is commissive, which is promising and offering. The third one is directive, which is requesting or commanding. And the last one is declarative, which is declaring or appointing. Let's analyze the example number 1. For the speaker is George, and hearer are Al and Max. For the topic, George asks Al and Max what they want to eat, and setting is at the counter of the lunchroom. Utterance or location is what's yours. And for speech act analysis, for locutionary act is the literal meaning of what yours is a question, asking Al and Max what belong to them or, in this context, what they would like to order for lunch. For illocutionary act, the intent function is directive. George is not just seeking information, he is prompting Al and Max to set their lunch order. So, the illocutionary force is an act of asking what kind of lunch menu Al and Max want to eat. And for percolationary acts, is the effect of this question is that Al and Max feel confused about the lunch menu. The utterance lead them to consider or express irrationally about what to do. And for speech act classification, this utterance is classified as a directive speech act because George is attempting to get the hearers to perform an action, specifically to state their lunch order. The sentence structure is question or interrogative. In conclusion, this example shows how a simple question in conversation can function as a directive speech act. Although George used a question form, his real intention is to prompt the customer to make a choice and order food. The provocation or the actual effect is that Al and Max become confused, highlighting how the response to a speech act can depend on the context and the hearer's state of mind.
In summary, this research revealed the diversity and complexity of speech acts in the killers, and saw how analyzing them provide deeper insight into communication and meaning within the story. That's it for me. Thank you so much for your attention. Dadah!